Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Heroes of the Storm. I'm Carl London and today we're going to be playing as Zagara, who is a ranged specialist. So our Q ability, and we're going to go over these abilities like I usually do at the beginning of the game to get them out of the way, and so we don't really have to discuss them in the middle of the game. And obviously, as usual, you can always skip to the gameplay if you're not interested in any of this stuff. So our Q ability is Baneling Barrage. This is basically a straight line ability. You basically target it in a certain direction. You press your Q, and it shoots out. In this case, unless you talent it later on, you're just going to shoot 4 banelings out that deal 75 splash damage to everything that hits. So it's kind of important where you're targeting this because you want to try and do as much area of effect damage, or AOE damage, as possible. Our W ability, which is what we're going to use mostly to zone people out. It's very, very, very powerful early on in the game. It's a Hydralisk. You basically target an enemy, and that Hydralisk is basically going to continue to attack that specific target for a ton of damage, mind you, and it's going to last for 8 seconds. Really, the enemy has basically one of two options: either to ignore you and focus the hunter kill the Hydralisk and try and kill it, or basically to walk away from you and walk away from the Hydralisk, because, like I said, they're going to be taking a ton of damage. Infested Drop, this is your E ability. This is basically just a targeted ability as well. You basically, you have a circle around you and you can basically shoot this thing. It's a bomb that you launch, and once it lands in the area where you targeted, it spawns 2 roachlings, and they do deal damage over a period of time for 8 seconds per second. As far as I'm aware, they also, like it says, when it lands, they do a bunch of damage as well. So it's not just the roachlings that spawn from it. It's also important that you want to try and land it on a hero or heroes or minions or whatever it may be. Now, our trait is what makes Zagara very, very unique and special. It's called Creep Tumor. You're going to put this all over the floor. It does have a 15-second cooldown, although you do hold, I believe it's 3 charges. It doesn't really show it here. You hold 3 charges once, and I think they have like a 2-second cooldown. Once you've used up all 3, then your 15-second cooldown is what kind of takes into place. What you do is you're going to lay this all over the place. When you lay it, it's going to generate this crap on the floor. It's called creep. When you or any of your summoned minions, the banelings, the whatever it is, the Hydralisk, the roachlings, they're going to move 20% faster on this creep, and everybody's going to... Well, I don't know about everybody, but you're definitely going to restore 4 health a second while you're standing on it. It is important to note that these do have a definitive life, and that's 240 seconds. They can also be targeted, so you don't want to put them in a place where you think they're going to be, destroyed by AOE damage, or you don't want to put it just as an enemy heroes around you, because they'll immediately target it and destroy it, and you're going to have wait for the cooldown. Your heroic abilities both have had their places. I've personally always felt that Devouring Maw is the more group, team-oriented ability. You're basically going to summon this thing that comes out of the ground. You target it on a certain area in the ground. You obviously are targeting heroes, and when it lands or when it activates, it basically comes out of the ground. It does a lot of damage, and it devours all enemies that happens to be in that area of effect of it for 4 seconds. Now, the devoured enemies obviously cannot fight, and they take damage while they are in it. The Nidus Network, to be quite honest, I have never used it in my life. I'm not even sure exactly how it works, but I believe, let's read Summon a Nidus Worm. So you're going to basically put this, think of it as a wormhole. You're basically putting these Nidus Network, I believe you can have up to 4, it says here, and you can put them all over the map, and you can use them to transverse the map very quickly and very efficiently. Now, it might be useful on a huge map like Cursed Hollow or something like that, but like I said, I'm more oriented in a team ability, and I've usually gone with Devouring Maw. So let's dive right in, and let's see how Zagara works in the field. Alright, looks like today's map is Tomb of the Spider Queen. So we have a bunch of, we have another specialist in Sylvana, so we don't want to be in the same lane as her. So we'll see where she goes and then kind of go in the opposite direction, because Zagara and Sylvanas are both very good at pushing lanes. Obviously, being in the same lane, we could push even harder, but I think we're probably better off suited being in separate lanes. Now, my only hope is I hope I don't get put in the same lane as Zagara, because the enemy team does have a Zagara, as well as Gazlo, which are 2 specialists as well. So it looks like a very interesting team comp. We do both have support, so that should be interesting. We're going to go with Reconstitution, what's that going to do is going to increase our health regeneration. So remember, our health regeneration now is, what, 4 health a second. We're basically increasing that by 200%. So as I mentioned in the early part, the most important thing is you want to get these creeps everywhere, because you know, you want to make sure that you take advantage of the fact that they are going to. And obviously, as you can see, he's seen where my banelings are, so he's obviously going to target them. We are going to immediately zone him out. We are going to do as much damage as we can. Okay, so he didn't manage to kill it, so that's good. We're going to just see if we can zone him. He's obviously going to try and... Alright, see? Just by summoning the Hydralisk, it does a ton of damage. And by using our AoE, and they're just making sure that we are going to immediately... So he's, as you can see, he's going after my creep. Obviously, that's... Oh, there's... Crap, we forgot to pick up these. Alright, so he's obviously going to be... His biggest fear... well, he shouldn't have a fear. He's a tank, right? But there you go. See, we've zoning him out completely. And once we get our Hydralisk... When we get a little closer, we should be able to summon our Hydralisk. Oh, we don't want to get hit there. We're going to summon another creep there on the floor, just to make sure we're continuously putting the creep so that if they do think that they're targeting the one of them, then they might get one but not the other one, if that makes sense. So we're just going to keep putting them on, because like I said, the more we have, the better. We're going to actually make it so that we're going to increase the creep's distance. Let's see if we can zone him out. Alright, we're going to... I was going to drop that on him. Oh, actually, it almost hit him. Alright, so it looks like nobody wants to help him. I'm fine with that. I'm just going to keep doing my attack here. And just target this this thing. It's out of actually ammunition, so that's perfect for me, and nobody wants to help poor Nubarak here. I'm just going to drop a creep here in the middle. We're going to take this down as quickly as we can before anybody comes. A lot of great options in this area. As we get targeted here by Jaina, she's obviously going to use her ability and slow us down, but we do have the creep to help us get out of here. I like to go with Medusa's Blade. That's just going to give us, so that each of our abilities shoots more than one. We hit 3 targets, albeit at a reduced damage, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's great for hitting as many people as possible. Let's crap, did I target the wrong person? I did. That's alright. Okay, so she did manage to get rid of one of my creeps, but like I said, there's another one there. She's obviously trying to get all my creep whenever she can, but that's, like I said, at the beginning of the game, you want to try and get as many as you can so that she can... oh, missed me, and you missed me there too. So that you can try and get as much... looks like Nova's going to come in here. She should be able to pick up an easy kill on Jaina, if Jaina chooses to stick around. Alright, so we're just going to try and do as much damage as we can on Nubarak so that, what's her name, Nova can, we're going to zone her out. Oh, good job, Noma. Almost had her. I'm going to have to turn in here because I have plenty. Alright, crap, I don't want to be ambushed here. I'm going to get out of here. Oh, no. I'm ridiculously slowed. 12 bots here. Nova, pick him up. Good job. Whew, that was close. Alright, I was completely overextended there. I was coming in to help, and I don't know why. It was... I gotta do more of the A clicks. Sometimes when I click on a target, if I don't click on them directly, then I actually end up walking there rather than... I mean, I do use the A clicks a lot, but that's one of the disadvantages, is that if you don't do a lot of the A clicks, you know, it's basically when you push A and auto attack, you know, your auto attack, your ability, and then you click somewhere and it basically attacks as you're walking. And if you don't do that, you have a chance, obviously, of... Oh my god, am I going to get killed here? No, hopefully not. Oof, that was close. Pick up the fountain drink here. We do have our next ability. We're going to go with creeps. So I love Endless Creep. That's going to help us so that it's going to make it even more difficult. So you can see my creep is going to spread even further. And so that's going to make it even more difficult for Looks like the entire enemy team is back here trying to contend with us, and obviously that's I guess a contestation of how much I'm being a nuisance to them, and you know, obviously making things more difficult. We've even got Brightwing here, so hopefully if Sylvanas stays somewhere else at the top, then we're getting XP. Right now they are obviously all here, so hopefully, actually no, that's not true. Gazlow's in the middle and Zagara's in the top, so we are actually now losing out on XP. Alright, so the enemy team did get their first turn in. You just have to be careful. We have to make sure that we try and defend these things. These queen and her spiderlings as quickly as possible. But we should be able to do some serious damage here. Like I said, I'm just going to keep dropping my creep, because the more I have, the less likely they're going to know where the hell my creep is, and they're not going to be able to deal with it. Alright, so we're doing okay so far. Looks like we're going to have another person here coming. We just definitely don't want to... just going to drop another one here. Like I said, you always want to keep... And that's where I think most people fail at Zagara, is that they don't lay their creep appropriately, so to speak. So... Alright, so we are out of mana, but our fountain is available. We're just going to drop another creep here. Alright, so we didn't do a little bit of good pushing, but we have been completely zoned out now because of everybody helping down here. And unfortunately, the whole friendly team has also been forced to come down here. I see you. She doesn't realize. Wow, there was... Alright, there's a lot of people here, and we just have to be careful. We do have ETC, and whoa, okay. And unfortunately, we are out of mana, so there's not much we can do. So hopefully that was a weird placement of Jaina's abilities. We want to try and force Jaina out of here. Actually, we want to force everybody out of here if we can. Looks like we're getting more people, friendly players arriving at the same time. I'm out of mana. This is really severely going to help, not help, unfortunately. Alright, so, you know, is that our healer? Actually, no, that's our healer, Brightwing. That was Nova. Oh, wow, there's a lot of things here. Okay, I'm going to go back for I'm going to go with the Devouring Mao, just because I said in my intro, that is my preferred and only choice I ever go. I've never really used the Nidus Network, and practically, honestly, to be honest, in this map, it is such a small map that I feel like the Nidus Network wouldn't even help that much. Is that what it's called? Nidus Network, yeah. So anyway, that's just my opinion. Obviously, I've seen many people who have used it. Okay, that was a very bad placement of my ult. Unfortunately, I didn't realize he was going to ult there, so there's not much we can do. It was just bad timing on our part, and yeah, it is what it is, I guess. That sucks. Alright, so we're just going to see if we can land that on... Wow. We are definitely getting pushed back here. I'm getting pushed back by Lily of all people. I can't even... Alright, really? Is Lily going to outduel me? Seriously? Oh crap, that's Jaina. I thought that was our Nova. Alright, well that's not going well. I don't know why I guess I thought our Nova had the Zerg mount, and yeah, unfortunately nobody's, well, we've got Zagara doing his thing up there. Fortunately they've got two specialists and they're both pushing really hard. I'm not even, who's our second specialist? It was Sylvanas. I'm not sure where Sylvanas has been. I guess she's been trying to counter Zagara up top, but alright, we're back. And we really have to get rid of this the Spider Queen over here. Hopefully we'll do that really quick. Alright, let's drop our creep just to make sure that we get some health regeneration while we're standing on it. Let's put one here actually while we're at it. And let's drop our Baneling. It's going to do a lot of AoE damage on everybody. Gonna just keep poking at this thing, and hopefully we'll... Alright, so summoning some Roachlings there. Looks like Jaina did go down with I think with Nova's ult. And looks like our Brightwing also went down. So, alright, so we're going in the middle there because that's where the rest of the team is on a major team fight. And let's see if we can come in from the back here. Alright, so unfortunately I can't help you, buddy. I don't have anybody, with the help of nobody. Alright, where's who said I'm not really sure why they're saying, oh crap, I should not be here. I'm gonna go back. Alright, so who's still here? We've got Zagara still here. And we've got Nubar coming in. Alright, thank God. Nova did something. Yay, sweet. Alright, so we're just gonna drop another creep here and gonna head back here and see if we can get some mana. Actually, let's just hearth. It's not worth picking up the fountain. We're gonna go with again another couple of great options here. We're down 2 levels. We really need to make up those 2 levels. We're going to go with is that our first turn? I think actually that's our first turn. They've already done 2. We're gonna go with Mutalisk, and that's just gonna summon a flying when our Banelings hit, or is it our when we summon our Mutalisk, we're also going to summon a ranged Mutalisk. That's just going to give us the ability to oh wow, I'm totally going to get nuked out here. Yep, yeah, unfortunately there's not much I can do. I was overextended and I got trapped in the looks like Nova might be able to go down here. Or is ATC going to come with a nope, no, is it on cooldown? No, it's not. Oh yeah, it is on 25 second cooldown. So would have been a perfect time to get it. It looks like our Brightwing is probably in there. That's my guess is who's in there. And unfortunately, he is. All right, so he's going to blink away, or whatever it is, his ability where he can heal off onto somebody. And it looks like Sylvanas is still doing her thing with 28 spiders on herself. And unfortunately, at this level, we really need to. It looks like our Nova did manage to pick up the kill on Anubarak. We are only down 1 level, so I mean, I guess Sylvanas doing her thing is not necessarily the worst thing because she's obviously getting XP while she's doing it. All right, let's drop creeps here while we're here, and let's just drop some more creep because we really need to get those creep in action. All right, let's just see if we can push some of this fort down. Gonna drop some more creep here so we can get some extra health regeneration. Let's just see if we can push this really quick. I don't think we're gonna be able to get the fort, so we probably want to get out of here as soon as we can. All right, so actually, ETC wants to gonna get rid of this this thing here, the wall here. All right, I was just gonna try and see if we can get some hits. All right, so it looks like Zagara is here. Let's see if we can try and corner Zagara, because obviously Nova is going to try and do some things on her. We're going to increase our movement speed on... Oh, wow, where's... Alright, we should be able to get the easy kill here on... Oh wow, perfect timing. Last shot off on her before her Mile came and got us. So let's just pick up these... Alright, so it looks like we have a Lily kind of... Alright, so let's see if we can get the... Looks like Lily is going to try and get out of here. Let's get rid of this. I think that's Brightwing under there. Yep, it is. Ooh, almost had him. Alright, we should push this here really quick since we are... Whoa, why am I getting forward? Alright, so with the help of Sylvanas there, with that thing being untargetable, let's... Alright, we're just going to keep throwing out our banelings. Let's drop a creep here so it can help us get out of here if we need to. Alright, what are we doing? What's everybody doing? What's the plan? We are all here. I only have 3. Alright, so ETC is here. As long as ETC is... Alright, so let's see if we can time... ETC, what are you doing, dude? I don't know what to tell you. You're way overextended. Alright, I'm just going to drop some more creep here to help me escape with my escape path. Alright, has Sylvanas been at any point in time in any of our fights? She's just completely split pushing. Now, granted, we are down a level, so obviously doing that is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. But just at this point, you got to realize that... Alright, so I'm just going to drop this creep, and then I'm going to hearth back. I need to pick up some mana, and then come back. So we've died a few times, unfortunately. Well, not, I guess unfortunately, of course, because you don't want to ever be dying, but... Alright, so we're going to come up here and join the tide. As long as Lily's not with the team, then we should be able to do some decent... we might be able to get some easily kills here. Ooh, unfortunately, the mosh pit was not coming out anytime soon. I don't know if it's on cooldown, but... Alright, so we are going to drop that on. See if we can get something going here. We're going to push down this thing, the fort here. Looks like an Uberk is almost dead. Who just died? No, Jaina. Alright, that's perfect. Mosh pit by ETC. We should be able to take out the entire team. Perfect. Good job. Let's just, some reinforcement there always helps, right? And then we're going to drop our creep so we can get out of here if we need to. Again, like I said, the biggest thing is always dropping your creep, and at this level, it's, you know, a 3-second cooldown. Boss is obviously the best choice right now. All right, so let's go get boss. What is Brightwing doing? Needs to be careful. We drop our creep here just so we make sure we can get a fast getaway if we need to. But there's 3 enemy members down, so there's really not a big deal. Just gonna throw out our banelings there. And keep dropping our creep. Alright, so creep it is. Wait, have you guys figured out the way how to play Zagara? Yes. Alright, no, please don't tell me they're picking up this. Okay, we'll come in. I'm gonna just come in here straight away and see if there's anybody here. Nope. Nobody here. Nobody here. Alright, so let's just help clear this out real quick. Sylvanas is up top, gonna get her butt kicked because unfortunately they're pushing. We are up a level, so obviously we do have advantage of damage, but at this point, being up a level, you really don't want to just overextend, because at that point you're just going to give them free kills. Looks like Sylvanas did manage to get out of there. I don't know how she managed to get out of there. Didn't Rubric have somebody... Oh, maybe that was Brightwing and he was able to teleport off really quick, so that's probably what happened. Alright, so we haven't... Alright, so we have 11 on us, so let's just turn this in. Let's throw a... creep on the floor here and pick this up real quick. We do see 2 or 3 of the enemy members up top, so I don't think we should be contested here anytime soon. Let's just drop another creep here. Alright, I'm going to come here and try and get rid of this. And our creep is off cooldown, just going to drop it. Our next ability is up. We're going to go with Fury the Storm. That's just going to make it so that we do... What is it that we do? We do more attack. We will do an additional damage and all enemy near me minions mercenaries. Yeah, so it's just going to be able to... Is that what every next business guy will deal additional? Yeah, so that's what I thought. My attacks are stronger. Oh, looks like there's a... Crap, I'm busy trying to figure out what my ability is, and there's a team fight going on in the middle here. Alright, so we mowing. Alright, so we did mow. Just as the Zagara was their Zagara was mowing too. Mowing, is that a word? Alright, we should be able to pick that up here. And with the level 20 ability of Nova, she's basically just sniped the hell out of everybody with her triple tap. Yeah, okay, let's go. We need to push. That's right. There's I'm just going to drop my creep as I'm walking. Remember, we have the increased speed, so there's no reason not to drop it. I'm just going to drop my banelings because they will be targeted by the towers first. I'm just going to keep throwing our banelings. We're going to drop our creep underneath us so we can... they wanted me to turn in, but I only have 4, and I think we needed 5. And I'm pretty sure I'm better used here. So, so this is going to make it so that our getaway is going to be quick and easy. If we need to, let's drop our roachlings up top so they can be distracted. Yeah, we need to bust out of here. Oh crap. Okay. We are overstanding our welcome. We need to get ETC out of there. Okay, we should be able to count. No. Are we all up here? Sylvanas, of course, is not here. I'm just going to use our... Okay, unfortunately, I have no more mana. And so we need to... Alright, looks like we might lose ETC here. Yep. Unfortunately, we overstanded, and there's not much we can do about that. I'm just going to drop my creep here, and one more here, and I'm going to hearth. There's no reason to be here. Am I gonna get hit by an Uberak? No, 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 no. Okay, good. Alright, we are up a level. We just have to be careful. We don't want to give that away by giving easy kills to the enemy. Alright, where's the team? So you can tell where my creep is by all this white space on the map. It's like this cleared ability. Do we want to... Looks like the enemy Lily is here. So let's see. What is... She's been doing a lot of her stuff on her own, right? Is that me? It looks like the enemy... Yeah, we should be able to kill her really quick. Never mind. If Nobrak hadn't come here... Let's see if we can get her out of here real quick. Alright, so we managed to save Nova, which is the only thing we really cared about at that point. Because we really don't want to lose Nova. Nova's doing a ton of sniping. She's been killing a lot of people with her. Oh, he's used his only escape. Now he's in trouble. Yeah, we should be able to get this. Oh no, don't everybody leave. Alright, so Jaina came back to help out, so we just got to be careful. Sylvanas, we should be able to kill. Let's see if we can get the easily kill. Nope, just back off, Sylvanas. No reason to chase. No reason to chase. No reason to chase. Alright, so we got Brightwing here doing okay, healing us. He needs healing himself. Let's... Alright, so as you can see, we just... Every time our creep is off cooldown, we're trying to drop the creep, because that's going to help us with the increased movement speed. It's going to help us get out of here quickly. But also... Oh, I'm here. Just drop everything. Great mosh pit. Great mosh pit. I gotta admit. That's a phenomenal mosh pit. It basically got everybody. That's going to be the end of Zagara. I think so. Yes. That should be the end of Zagara. Alright, so I have 11. Not going to be enough to... so we want to push core. And that should be a good game. Let's just drop another Baneling here. We're not going to... Okay, let's... Alright, that should be a good game. I'm going to just drop my Banelings there to be able to be a nuisance to later. That's a good game. Alright, so Zagara is a lot of fun. I actually really enjoy playing Zagara. If you have a good team comp, but also if you... The most important thing, like I said, is those creeps. If you don't put those creeps, then you really lose a huge part of what Zagara can do. Putting that creep on there not only gives you the creep generation, but we got the increased movement speed. So that really does help. There's a bunch of choices at different talent tiers that are useful. Obviously, except other than those couple of early deaths, Sylvanas was just a pushing machine. She really did not care about. Although she did, I guess she was in more team fights than I was in. I guess that's weird because I totally swore I didn't think she was with us most of the time. But she's obviously a pushing machine. But as you can see, we did a ton of siege damage, 196,000 damage a siege. So Zagara is a specialist, obviously, and as a specialist, you're probably going to do more siege damage than the average hero in the game. But like I said, the biggest thing with Zagara is utilizing her creep. If you forget to put her creep down, then you're really not going to be able to take advantage of her her best ability, which is her trait. The health regeneration and then the speed movement. So people usually go, I would say the typical one is Reconstitution here. A lot of people go with the Envenomed Spikes here, which is going to increase your attack range. But I'd like to go with this. We're doing more damage to more people. Again, it's a 25%, but again, you're hitting 3 targets every time you're doing so this is 3 nearby targets. So I wonder if does that mean that we're doing it to 4? Are we hitting 4 people at one time? I gotta see that more appropriately. You guys can let me know. But then Endless Creep, this is another talent where a lot of people go with different things. I believe Reconstitution is what most people go with, which is giving you the ability to regenerate health and mana out in the battlefield rather than having to hearth back or go back and get mana from the fountain. As you can tell, we were obviously having mana issues throughout most of the game, but again, I'm an aggressive person. I prefer to go back and just hearth if I need to. And plus we had a healer, so I just felt Reconstitution was kind of a wasted talent. And to be honest, I don't think we really used it or would have been using it or needed it at any point. So Devouring Mao is pretty much what I go with. It's my bread and butter. I really don't go with the other ultimate. Again, at this level, these two levels, there are obviously options. I believe the stronger hunter killer is the one option, and then I believe at 16 you can get a second hunter killer. Let's quickly go and see what the talents are at 13. So I think most people go with the grooved spines, which basically increases the range and damage of your hunter killer by 35 and 20% respectively. And then this one, you're basically getting yourself a second hunter killer. Again, this is a very heavily damage focused ability. I went with the more safer pick, kind of like, okay, we're gonna get some more. You got a flying mutilus, so it can kind of follow people without being worried about obstacles, and then also giving ourselves the ability to be able to move and get away quickly out of trouble if we needed to. We did go with Fury of the Storm. Obviously, the other ability would be Bolt of the Storm to get ourselves out of trouble if we need to, but I decided to go with Fury of the Storm to do some more damage. So anyway, that's Zagara. Great specialist, great at split pushing when needed, especially in the early game. Great at holding her own in the early game as well, as you could tell. Even against Anubrek, who was a tank, we were definitely doing. Not until he got some friendly fire on his side, then did he able to zone us out. But before that, he was definitely getting his ass handed to him. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed what Zagara is all about, and hopefully hit that thumbs up button if you haven't hit the like button, and obviously if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I'll see you guys in the Nexus. Take it easy. Bye.